Nicholas Jackson to Aston Villa makes perfect sense. In this video, I'll be telling you why he's the ideal striker for Unai Emery, why Garnacho to Aston Villa just doesn't really make sense, and which international centre-back wonder kid could be the signing to push Aston Villa's backline forward for the next 3 to 5 years. I'm PMFC Miles, let's talk Aston Villa. There's one key reason that Garnacho to Aston Villa just doesn't make sense, and that's price. It's been heavily reported that in order to make FFP rules and regulations, they may have to sell one of their key assets. So for United to be asking for reportedly £60 million, there's better options out there. Everything he offers can be found in the market for less. Especially as Emery likes his left wing to be able to almost float inside and play in a 10 role, allowing Digne or Maatsen to overlap and whip balls into the box for the 9. Even when Rashford was at the club and played in the front 2 with Asensio, he was given the freedom to run into the wide spaces with the left wing coming inside. So for me, I think there's players out there who offer you that tactical flexibility and a better value. I reckon the best signing for that left wing is someone whose name I'm definitely about to butcher, and that's Igor Paxal at Feyenoord. Paxal can play wide and produce balls for the forwards, but he also loves to come inside into pockets of space and flourishes in them. Last season, he scored 16 league goals and had 10 assists for Feyenoord. He's a prolific ball carrier, averaging 4.32 progressive carries per 90, 2.38 carries into the final third per 90, and 2.22 carries into the penalty area per 90. He loves to whip balls into the box, which is great for a striker like Ollie Watkins or Nicholas Jackson, and he loves to press out the pitch, winning the ball back in the attacking third. Leeds look like they're moving in for him. They had a bid of 26 million rejected, and it looks like they're getting quite close with a bid of 28 mil plus add-ons, but 28 mil plus add-ons is a steal if you're comparing it to 60 mil for Garnacho. Last year, he averaged a goal every other game and an assist little under 1 in every 3. If he could return even half of that, then 28 mil is peanuts. If he's playing with a number 9 who makes runs, draws defenders, creates space for him to work in, the return could be frightening. And that's why I think he's perfect. Not just because of his output and not just because of return, but if you're looking at a player like Nicholas Jackson who creates problems by running, it gives him all the time and all the space in the world to do what he does best. And that brings me on to my next signing, Nicholas Jackson. Manchester United look as though they've got their heart set on Ollie Watkins, which I did say in my Manchester United video, which I'll put in the description of this one, that is a very, very good signing for both parties. He turns 30 this year. He's still got 3 years left on his contract, so you're not going to sell him for cheap. And like I said before, he's Premier League proven, so the value's there. If you're ever going to get a decent fee for him, now is the time, 100%. And it just makes sense to me. So for me, I think that means that Nicholas Jackson would be a very, very smart pickup. Whether it's a transfer or whether it's a permanent move, I think the most important thing for him is just going somewhere that you loved and that you trusted. And his relationship with Unai Emery in the past speaks volumes. Emery gave Jackson his Villarreal debut, and Jackson has been quoted as saying, "Unai taught me a lot in football. He taught me everything. He made me a different type of player. Unai is a big key to my football now." Although their time together at Villarreal was pretty short-lived, the impact that Emery had on Jackson is, well, it's clear to see. Jackson is only 24, and although he hasn't had the most prolific career at Chelsea, all of the raw ingredients are there. He can shoot off both feet and with his head. He shoots quickly, although sometimes his decision-making isn't the best. He makes brilliant runs that can draw defenders out of position and create space for players like Paxal, Rodgers and McGinn. We've seen it plenty of times for Chelsea. Jackson's got his back to goal, ball to feet. He spins, either plays the ball through for the winger or he drives at defenders, drawing the centre-backs in and lays it off to Cole Palmer. What's stopping him from doing that for Villa? He scored 10 league goals and 5 assists for Chelsea last season and 14 league goals and 5 assists the season before that. He's really not as bad as people try to make him out to be. And if he can get you a goal return of 15 goals, I think he's got a 20-goal season in him, he'd be loved. There's been reports that United are looking at him, Newcastle are looking at him, and obviously Villa. And if I'm him, I'm choosing Emery every time. He's a manager who's had patience with him, who's improved his career already, and can potentially help to make him an even better striker. But let me know in the comments, is he the right guy? Is he good enough? I think he is, but Villa, let me know. All right, last signing. As you can see, it started raining, so let's make this one quick. Aston Villa need another centre-back. Last season, you loaned in Sassy. He made about 7 appearances, I think. And Tyrone Mings, as much as he used to be the guy here, obviously the fans still love him, but I don't think the manager does. He started 12 games last season, if I'm not mistaken, and made 19 appearances in the league. So there's definitely, backup needed. The backup that you need needs to be someone who can pass, who can almost fill in the Ezri Konsa role when Ezri Konsa isn't able to. That makes sense. Someone who can progress the ball, who can pass without there being a significant drop-off, but also someone who's young enough that in the next few years can really help Villa push forward and take the mantle, so to speak. So for me, I think we're looking at Joel Ordonez. Probably butchered that name as well. I don't know if Villa fans remember him. You played against him 3 times last season against Club Brugge. You beat him twice, but the one game where they beat you in the early stages of the Champions League, he looked good. He recorded 8 clearances, 2 interceptions and 1 blocked shot. However, like I said, it's not his defensive return that I think makes him a great fit for Villa. If Konsa isn't able to play on that right-hand side, I think you're lacking for someone who can fill that role. And Ordonez is only 21 years old. He's a phenomenal prospect. He's represented his country at right back and centre back, so he can fill both positions. And generally speaking, I just believe that you want someone who's not going to be a drop-off in quality in those short and medium passes, but comfortable on the ball and has an exceptionally bright future ahead of him. And this is the guy. He's already played over 10,000 minutes and 1,000 minutes of Champions League football. Like I said, he's not the finished article. There's still a lot of room for improvement, but I really do think that in the next 3 to 5 years, he's someone that you could invest in now and watch him grow and watch him progress and watch your return on investment. But Villa fans, let me know. Am I wrong? I've been PMFC Miles. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for locking in.